Hi, let's talk K-pop.
Hi, it's me again, I'm back. Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? Let's talk ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't be lazy. ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe. 할 얘기 다 한 줄 알고 빨간색 눌러.
So my script is over here, so I'm looking over here most of this video, not from cap. Hi, my name is Nandi, and today we are going to be talking about the process of becoming a K-pop idol. From auditioning to attempting to debut, we're going to get into the reality behind being an idol. Though idol life may seem simple and glamorous, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. In this video, we'll be talking about heavy topics such as eating disorders, as well as suicide. We'll be giving timestamps when those topics do occur, so you can skip ahead if you're not comfortable hearing those topics. Now, let's get started with the auditioning process. So, auditioning. Auditioning to be a trainee is a long process, and it's not uncommon for kids to participate in 30 plus auditions. There are typically 3 stages to the process. 1, the walk-ins. 2, callbacks. And 3, the final audition. Every audition process is different for every single company. There are many different companies in K-pop. I pulled my sources from different auditionings from different companies. Therefore, what I'm saying might not be universal to every single company. However, every company has a similar way of doing auditions. You can do a video or in-person audition. Videos are the least intimidating audition process. First, you record an intro in your native language and then one in Korean. After that, you are going to record yourself singing and then dancing, do an outro, and you're finished. So all you have to do is send it in, and it's done. This is a lot less intimidating because not only you're not in a room full of hundreds of other girls, but you're also going to have time to, sit, record over and over again if you have mistakes, edit things out, practice and re-practice and re-record. It's a very simple, easy process for you. However, in-person auditions, however, are a lot more difficult. Typically, walk-ins are held every weekend in the US and Korea. You can register beforehand when you arrive. However, it's recommended you register beforehand. Unlike video auditions, there's a less likely chance you can be one-on-one. This makes it a lot harder for you to be recognized. You have to be phenomenal to stand out. These shows are not only looking for talent, but marketability and personality. If you pass the first round and get a callback, you will appear at the company's headquarters. Nandi put this in earlier. If you pass the first round and get a callback, you'll appear at the company's headquarters. There's usually more time allotted to each auditionee during this process. The judges there can be composers, songwriters, dancers, or even current idols. If you pass callbacks, the head of the company will watch your final audition. The select few that make it past the auditioning process then become trainees. In an interview with BBC, Yori talks about her experience auditioning. She said that she went into a walk-in audition and had to wait 6 hours before it was her turn. She's waiting there with over 2,000 other girls. During her wait, there were no chairs. Therefore, girls sat in rows of 10 on the ground, waiting for their turn. After about 6 hours, her row was called in for auditioning. Yori says that the first girl in line went up there, started singing, and before she even got to the chorus, the judge yelled, "Stop," and then next. Nearly everyone in line had the same fever that she had. When it was time for the Yoris to go up there, she started doing a monologue from a K-drama. However, the judge stopped her and said, "We're looking for singers, so will you sing?" She sang. Judge stopped her and asked her to dance, and then she danced. After some discussion, the judges handed her a yellow slip. She should go to the next stage. She then had photos taken of her face from different angles. This was to test how she would look on camera. Then after a few days, she got a call to come back in for the parents started contract. Once again, Yoris' experience is different than other companies' experiences. Some may have you do one-on-one, some may have you not take pictures. Some companies may make you do a monologue, some companies may do something else. Everything is dependent on the company that you're doing for. And due to that, the auditioning process is not always fair, even in the same company. In an interview with Eric Nam, Felix and Ben Chen from Stray Kids talk about how they had to do 2 very different auditions for the exact same company.
What songs did you guys use to audition?
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so all I did was a freestyle dance.
You did sing though, right?
No, I didn't sing.
Oh, you didn't sing?
Yeah, I didn't sing.
What? They made me do everything. I had to play the piano, I had to sing, I had to play the guitar, I had to dance, I had to...
As you can see, they had 2 very different experiences at the exact same time. Though the auditioning process seems very hard and stressful, it's kind of the easiest part. Once you're signed to a company, it's when stuff gets hard. Now, let's talk training life. Now you're thinking, why do I have to train to be a K-pop idol? Well, to be an idol, you have to be able to sing and dance separately, but together at the same time. Dancing is a huge part of being an idol. You have to deal with very complicated choreography. For example, Domino by Stray Kids. This choreography may seem simple, like it's easy to learn, however, it is very difficult and very intricate with all their movements. So why is dance so popular in K-pop? Well, dance in K-pop has been a focal point since the industry's founding. The first K-pop group was modeled after hip-hop and R&B, both sound-wise and visually. While dance in the US was kind of dying down, it was only beginning in the K-pop industry. Today, nearly every K-pop song has a corresponding choreography. These routines are posted in multiple different video formats. For example, music video, performance video, dance practice videos, themed videos as in like costumes or different like vampire themes, zombie themes, stuff like that, rehearsal videos, live performances, relays, and so on. They did a video dancing dressed up as their plushie merch line. All this dancing requires serious training, which is where trainee life starts. Just because you're a trainee, that does not mean you're going to debut. Being a trainee is a multi-year long commitment. Puig and Pentagon said that he trained for 7 years, and that Jinho trained for about 8. Jinho then followed up by saying, on average, people train for a minimum of 2 to 3 years, however, 4 to 5 years is quite normal. The multi-year long commitment starts with the contract. Companies have contracts that span for about 2 to 7 years. However, when the contract ends, trainees are allowed to renew the contract or end the contract. However, these contracts are not free. If you decide to renew your contract or you leave before your contract is up, you will have to pay for the training fees of singing and dancing, as well as housing fees. However, most contracts, when they end, you will not have to pay anything. If you renew it, then you will have to pay. As well as if you debut, then you will have to pay all of those fees. While under these contracts, your life is controlled by whatever company you're under. You don't have your phone, you can't date, you often are put on a strict diet as well. You are put in dormitories divided by sex, and sometimes divided by nationality as well.
연습생 때 외국인 멤버들만 같이 숙소 생활을 했었거든요. 근데 이제 데뷔 거의 1년 전에 한국인 멤버들 같이 숙소 생활을 해가지고 그때부터 많이 친해진 것 같아요.
This is another disclaimer that every company has different ways of treating their trainees. Therefore, every experience is going to be different. So when I talk about Yuri's experience, this is for one company and not all of them. Yuri's, the same BBC interview, talks about her growing experience. And the company sorted the girls into 2 main groups, Group A and Group B. Group A was about 20 to 30 girls who had the highest chance of debuting, while Group B was about 200 girls who had lower chances of debuting. Some girls who were in Team B in Yoda's experience had to pay their way into the company just to be a trainee. In Yoda's experience, he talks about how the girls in Group A slept in dorms, 4 girls per bedroom. Talks about how the Team A trainees slept in dorms with 4 girls per bedroom. However, the regular trainees of Group B had to sleep on mats on the floor in a huge room. Once Yoda saw Team B Once Yoda saw Team B so exhausted they slept on the mats on the floor in the dance studio because they were the same as the ones in their own bedrooms. Yoda also talks about how she was not allowed to leave the building if it was not for school. Yoda also talks. Oh my god. Yoda also talks about how she's not allowed to leave the dormitory, the company building. Oh my god. She also talks about how she was not allowed to leave the company building unless it was for school. You could request to leave, however, most often those requests were denied. Typically, day started about 5 a.m. and didn't end until about 11 to 1 a.m. Trainees woke up at about 5 to get some extra practice in before school started. After school, it was training, like vocal training, dance training, as well as sometimes foreign language training. Once training was done, some people, once training was done, they would usually practice late. Once training was done, trainees would usually stay up and practice late until the next day and do it all over again. The daily life of a trainee was long and draining, however, the monthly evaluations were worse. Some companies did monthly, some companies did weekly. Again, it all depends on what company you're under. These evaluations would make or break whether you debut. The better you do, if you do good consistently, you have a higher chance of debuting. Once again, not every company did the exact same thing. However, from the source that I collected, this company had their trainees in a big practice room where the boss was there, directors, managers. They also had coaches and sometimes journalists were there as well as other agencies that wanted to invest in you. Trainees would sit in the corner of the room on the floor, waiting for their turn to show what they've been working on. Whatever you do will be recorded on video so they can play it back and watch it in the future to see if you actually have it proved. These evaluations are long and draining. Felix and Han from Stray Kids talk about how they fell asleep on the bathroom floor waiting for their own evaluation. LOL, never mind, because I saved the video and the video didn't come with the captions in English. So then I screen recorded the video on YouTube, and YouTube takes out the audio because I don't want you to screen record videos. So essentially, this example is not working. Yodius also talks about the strict body standards they have to follow. At this point in the video, we are now going to be talking about body image issues. We will also be talking about Korean beauty standards and how it's very detrimental for many people's mental health. If you're not comfortable listening to these topics at the moment, here is a timestamp of where you should skip ahead, and I will see you then. The audio says that weight was a constant obsession with everyone there. Everyone was required to be no heavier than 47 kilograms, or about 104 pounds, regardless of age or height. There were weekly weigh-ins at her company. Your body would be analyzed by a trainer and then announced your weight to the entire room. If you were over the designated weight, they would ration your food. Sometimes they would take away entire meals. Starving yourself was really normalized. Yodius talks about how oftentimes her and her fellow trainees would have to carry unconscious trainees back to the dorm rooms. Yodius passed out 2 different times during practice, from either dehydration or lack of protein. The attitude among other trainees was very positive when passing out. It was more of a, oh, good for her, she wants it so much, she's putting so much work in, rather than actual genuine concern for people's health and safety. The beauty standards and diet culture in Korea are very detrimental to many idols. In an interview, Chan from Stray Kids talks about how he gave Twice, another group under the same company, his weekly meal cards because they were hungry and they couldn't eat because they were on a diet. Yeah, so it happened twice. So another example, down the fucking drain. But it's in the bibliography, so watch it there. Korean beauty standards prioritize having 4 main things: a small V-shaped face, fair skin, a slim body, and double eyelids. This feature creates a more innocent and young look. As you can see in this chart, that's on the screen somewhere. In this chart, you can see how Westernized versus Korean beauty standards are very different. Korea is actually called the cosmetic surgery capital of the world. It's also the third largest cosmetic exporter in the world. Not only is plastic surgery very common in Korea, but it's also very affordable. Middle class people can afford plastic surgery or even just quality cosmetics. The cost of procedures in Korea are a fraction of the price that you pay for them in the US, UK, or even Australia. So, say you're doing everything right, right? Super popular monthly evaluations, right? You have a nice bed. Now what? Now companies decide what role they want you to play. Now companies decide what role they want you to play. There are four main roles: rapper, vocalist, dancer, visual. There's also leaders as well. Most groups have more than four members though, so there are main, lead, and then subcategories for every single role you can play. Visual members are seen as the face of the group. Now, leaders. Leaders can either be the oldest member of the group, the most mature member of the group, or someone who was training the longest in the group. Training expenses can be up to $50,000 per year. However, the way the industry is and how every company is different, it's a little hard to make up a solidified number for the expenses. However, often idols don't know how much they have to pay until they're told to pay. In some cases, the whole process from being a trainee to making a debut album costs up to $1 million. However, once again, this number will vary between company to company. Once you're official, you have to become popular. And if you're lucky enough to become popular, you have to continue to be popular.
Welcome back to day 2 of the same video, but in my room. I'm in my room, in my K-pop corner, with Cornelius. Dig how I have a warm tone lamp over here with cool lights in the room? Yeah, I don't either. It's really upsetting me, but if I turn it to a cool tone, it's too fucking cool. Here, let me get the fucking remote. Right? Cool tone. Too cool. Warm, too warm. I can't win. Because now it's too fucking dark. Let's make it yellow. Which made it really, really dark. So, warm tone it is. Now, I have my fucking laptop right here, all the information on it. So if I look down, same as yesterday, I look down a lot. I'm looking at my script. Okay, debut life. The ups and the downs, good and the bad. Let's go. Scheduling. Scheduling is insane. When you're actively like debuted in a popular group. That's the thing. It's very hard to be popular in K-pop because there's so much, and there's like, I want to say there's so many people in the field, but there are. Like, I feel like here in like the US, people listen to a lot of like niche artists here and there. But I think in K-pop, it's like everyone has like the big groups, and the small groups are like not very popular, and because they're not popular, that they disband. But like here in the US, if they're not very popular, who cares? Because like you have like other jobs, you have other things going on. And in Korea, it's more like, again, this is not factual. This is, y'all hear that? Roommate just took a shit. Plus the toilet. Anyway, in Korea, I'm closing the fucking bathroom door. Okay, let's talk about money distribution among K-pop idols. Distribution of money is very different among different companies. As you can tell, it's kind of a common theme in this video. Different companies do different things. So the sources I found are all from different companies. So I don't have an exact amount for a lot of things in this video. However, some companies do different things. So for some companies, it's about 90% for the company and 10% for the artist. And if you're in a group, sometimes it'll be 10% for everyone in the group. So the smaller the group, the less the pay is. So being popular in K-pop is very important for this reason. Another big thing about being an idol is consistently pushing out new content, new music, new videos, new something. Depending on the group, most groups produce about 1 to 2 albums per year. However, most groups don't produce their own music and therefore they just handed music and perform it. Some groups such as I think ATEEZ, I think Hongjun helps write their music. I know Stray Kids, I know free rappers such as Bang Chan, Han, and Changbin all write Stray Kids music. And then I know Woozy. I know that Woozy from 17 helps produce most of their music as well. I'm sure other groups produce their own music as well, but that's the thing that I know off the top of my head. So most groups do not produce their own music and it's handed music. For example, TXT. I know Hyun and Kai has helped write a couple songs, but for the most part, they are simply handed music and they just sing it, which is perfectly fine because they are singing and dancing and talking in foreign languages and doing so much stuff. And I fully support them because that is absolutely insane and I could not do that at all. I'm just saying that most groups do get handed music and just have to perform it. I know Stray Kids most year produces 2 Korean albums and then 1 Japanese album. Most groups just do about 2 Korean albums, just because you need to pump out new content to keep popular. If you are a big group and you go silent for a long time, people are gonna forget about you. With the 2 to 3 new albums per year, you have a lot going into that. Not only do you have to learn the song and have to sing it and all that, you also have to record that song, make a video behind the scenes of the recording process, and then you also must then learn the dancing to those songs, record the dancing process behind the scenes, practice videos, yada yada yada, all of that, and then do it twice, maybe 3 times per year, plus music videos and like meet and greets, fan calls, all of that. That is a lot to do 2 to 3 times per year. Once per year is a lot. Multiple times, that's insane. Now let's talk.
Y'all see how I just checked my mic to make sure it wasn't dead? And then the next fucking second, my mic fucking dies? Yo, I talked for like another 15 fucking minutes.
I'm so upset that my mic died in the middle of me explaining what a K-pop album is. Okay. Let's talk K-pop albums. What is an album? Well, as you know, they will drop an album of music and then they'll also release albums themselves. You can pre-order these albums, which will then give you pre-order benefits. Now, the benefit you get depends on who you order it from. There are many shops themselves that will offer different pre-order benefits because they would then order it from that place and then ship it to you for less money than if it was to get it from the actual place themselves. This makes the album cheaper and you still get those pre-order benefits from all one place other than spending your money all over the place. Pre-order benefits include like Apple Music, if you're buying a Stray Kids or Twice album, for example, JYP Shop, Makestar, Weverse. These are all different platforms that will give you pre-order benefits. Now, there are also benefits if you go to certain stores and get the album after it's already out. For example, Target, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble all have exclusives for their own albums. For example, there's a Target exclusive right now for ATEEZ's new album, in which it is whatever member that you randomly pick holding their own photo card or their own photo card. And when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go back and get more because I want Hongjun and or Seungwa and or Wooyoung and or or let's be real, I need the rest of ATEEZ doing this. This is hilarious. This is so silly goofy, and I would like all of ATEEZ to be doing this, which is the goal. Target wants you to be like, oh my god, this is so cute, this is so silly goofy. I need to go back and get another one, I need another one. When now I'm spending like, there's 8 members, at least like $160 on 8 albums. And that's if you don't get any repeats. You also buy photo cards on like eBay or like Instagram has them. You just have to find someone who's selling them for not crazy amount of money. You can buy it. Usually, like most photo cards, is not like super crazy, super special. They're gonna be about $5 to $10, sometimes less depending on what it is. It's very popular. Some photo cards, there's a photo card of Hyungjin from Stray Kids that goes for between like $200 and like $500 on eBay right now, and it's insane. So photo cards, bitches go crazy for photo cards, and I'm bitches. I will spend a lot of money. I spent $24 on like 4 photo cards the other day, which is actually just pretty cheap. But when you hear this, my teacher, whose the project is for, when you hear that I just spent $24 on like 4 pieces of paper, I sound a little crazy, don't I? And that I have 3 different photo card books right now in my lap, full of photo cards. My roommate made me count my photo cards count my albums the other day. I have 72 albums, and I just bought one, so now 73 albums. Let's not count the ones that I pre-ordered that are shipping to my house eventually. So like, I think I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 more are going home, and I bought one yesterday, so 72 plus 7. It's like 80. Nope, 79. I have sold 80 fucking albums. Let's talk about the albums themselves. What is a K-pop album? As you know, they release their own albums of music every year, right? You pre-order them, you get pre-order benefits. And then what do you get in the album itself? Now, the album itself, most albums are going to have at least 2 different versions, especially if they're starting off, it's going to be 2 versions. The more they go, it's going to be probably 2 and then limited edition, and then probably 3 and 3 limited edition. For example, 5 Star by Stray Kids has 3 regular versions, which are all absolutely, near the mic, which are all absolutely gorgeous, and then a limited edition itself. Now, in these different versions, you're gonna get, oh my gosh, where are the stuff that are in the albums? I took them out. I took out all the things, didn't I? I recently just organized all my albums. I took everything out of them, so I don't really have good examples. At least not for this album. LOL. Okay, so all my examples of stuff inside these albums are not in these albums because I cleaned out all my albums and put all of the inclusions away recently. So I'm just gonna show you the difference between concept photos and how they work in different albums. Essentially, each version of an album has a different concept shoot in each album. For example, in this version of 5 Star, the concept shoot is more rock, very different, right? Also, every album is going to have every member in it, usually in age order. Sometimes it's different. This one's a little bit different because there's member pictures together in the middle of each version, but it's usually going to be in age order pictures of every single member. And then in the back, here's where it's supposed to be. There was a CD in the middle of these 2 things. So there's a CD in the back, and there's also inclusions, right? That was this version of idea. And then this version, it's a more darker, different concept shoot. Right? Different concept shoot. This concept shoot is violently didn't clean out all the inclusions, I guess. That's so silly of me. Oopsie poopsies. Right? Different concept shoot. That's lyrics in the front. Different concept shoot. Very bright. And then usually the limited version is going to be all 3 concepts put together in one album, however, different photos than the ones you already have. So this album, which doesn't have any inclusions in it, okay, cool, is just very different photos of the same 3 concept shoots. These are in age order and then by concept order. So it's age, concept, age, concept. Yes, so all 3 albums have different things. Another example I have is going to be No Easy by Stray Kids. It's very different packaging, however, still very cool. What you're going to have, at least in this one, is kind of different. I have a photo book obviously, of Photo Concepts. It was upside down, so sorry. Photo Book Concepts. This is a little sleeve. Most albums are going to have a sleeve if they're a smaller group or like a smaller company. They will throw the inclusions just right in the middle of the book, which is, might get scratched up. The CD might be a little bit fucked up. But usually I have like a little pocket thing. This pocket thing had my stickers in it, it had my photo cards in it, and then I think the CD was in there as well. And then this is simply just a lyric book. All albums will have a lyric book. This one has photos in it as well. Some of them are like little sheets of paper. Some of them are like big. Some of them are small. It all depends on the album and the group, obviously. But they're going to have stickers, photo cards, CD, and they're also going to have a poster. Most albums come with a poster. Most, if not all, albums come with a poster. This is from my 5-star limited edition version, the rainbow one. I bought 2 of the same album, and one of them I got Swingman, and the other one I got Hyungjin, which is on this wall right here. Now, along with regular albums, there's also going to be digipacks or jewel cases. I don't really know what a jewel case is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really know. Digipacks are all this example digipack. This is technically not a digipack, but I'm pretty sure it is. This is a postcard version of the album, which is I think just a digipack. I'm not very sure. They just keep changing the names for things, but I'm pretty sure digipack. These 2 are 5-star digipacks. This is digipacks for Melting Point, which is Zero Base 1 album, and then this is a digipack for ATEEZ's Outlaw. These are all digipacks. Digipacks come with less than an actual album. They're gonna come with photo cards. They come with usually stickers, and then this is weird because Zero Base 1 is different. A little book, usually of lyrics. This pictures book is simply a book of pictures of Ganuk. And I love Ganuk, so I'm very happy I got a book of pictures of Ganuk. But usually it comes with a CD as well, which is going to be in the other pocket, and then things in the front pocket. So if I pull out a Stray Kids album, I can open it up, and in the back half, I have this little book that's simply lyrics and pictures of Han Ji-sung, and then credits, and then like thank yous from each individual member. And then also I got photo cards in this as well. Those photo cards are my photo card binder, and I also got a CD. It also came with these. I don't know if you can see them very well, but these are simply just like photos of each member. They're really small, very cute. Decor, I got 2 different digipacks from 5-star. So I have one with the Hyung line and one with the Mangne line. What's a Hyung and what's a Mangne? I don't know if I'm saying Mangne right. It's Korean letters are accented differently than Western letters, obviously. M-A-K-N-A-E, Magne. Pretty sure that's correct. Hyung line is just going to be the older members. Hyung is someone who's older than you. It's how you show respect. Instead of being like, oh, hey, Steve. If like Steve's your friend, he's older than you. You're like, oh, hey, Hyung. Like, it's respect. And Magne is just like the youngest member. Like, it's for like a line of people, the youngest members. So like Magne line is the younger half of the group, while the Hyung line is the older half of the group. Yes, so Bang Chan or Chan of Stray Kids is the oldest member. Therefore, he doesn't have any Hyungs in the group. However, IN or Jungin, the Magne of the group, he has 7 Hyungs because everyone is older than him. Every company does their jewel cases or like member versions or digipacks differently. For example, 17 does their digipacks very differently. This is a 17 digipack for their new album, 17 Heaven, right? I open it up. There's a little lyrics book. There's this with a CD in it. I took the CD out and I put it in my safety thing. And then there's going to be a little book here and then a little case of photo cards here. Now, their member versions are very cool and interesting. 17 has 13 people in it. So there are a lot of people to go through. So this is a really good cash grab for them because basically their member versions are obviously all these are random. Every album that you buy is randomized. It's randomized for photo cards. You will always get the same poster and the same concept photos in like every album, like for that version of the album. Same poster, same concept photos, and then same CD. However, you can get different versions of different stickers sometimes, depending on the group. I know some groups give the same stickers for every pack. Some groups give different stickers. Different stickers are randomized between everything. Photo cards are always randomized, as well as sometimes if it's like a digipack, you get randomized posters and stuff like that. Because I know I bought limited version of 5 Star, and I got a randomly pulled Sungmin. Actually, no, I randomly pulled 2 Hyungjins, and then I bought Sungmin off eBay because I really wanted Sungmin. I also wanted Lino. I also wanted Han Jisoo. I really wanted Han Jisoo. That's what I wanted, but I decided not to get it. But everything's randomized, so you know everyone has their bias. Everyone has their favorite members, and it's like, oh, I really want that member, and I want to like pay to get it on the internet because it's not as fun. So you go in the store, you buy whatever, and you get for 17 at least. I got this after I bought this is my third album I bought, and I was like, I need Woozy. I got Woozy, and this is literally just a book full of photo cards of Woozy, and it has its own like it's 17 itself. This is what I got as the random member versions. This is insane. Most member versions, as you saw before, digipacks are going to be, a couple things. You will usually most times you will get like a photo card of them. Again, it's randomized, but I think they try to like throw in a photo card of them to be sure. But like everything's randomized. So I got Woozy. And Austin, I don't care, but I love Woozy. Look at this little man. He's like 5'4". And he helps create all of their music. Let's talk photo cards. What are photo cards? Why are they so important? Why are they such a staple? Photo cards are literally as it seems. They are photos, cards or photos. However, they are like the pinnacle of albums. You buy an album for the photo cards. You want to collect them all. You want to be different. You want to like Pokemon cards. I want them all. I want to collect them all. It's a collecting thing. For example, this is my photo card binder of Stray Kids and 17, and it's low-key full. So every album you get photo cards, right? So I have them in age order. This Chan, Lino, right, Hanjin, stuff like that, right? Front and back, I have all of my photo cards right in here. They are not sleeved, so I'm sorry for those guys. I need to buy sleeves. I know I need to buy sleeves. But hear me out. Sleeves are expensive. Most people separate the photo cards by group, and then I like to do it by group and then by member and like age. Because I have the ability to do that. At least for this book, I have everyone in age order, and then I also have 2 groups in this book. So I was like, I have plenty of room, and then now I pre-ordered like 12 albums, and now I have no room for anyone. I have no room for any more Hyungjins. I have no room for any more Sungmins or INs. Like, I need to get a new photo card binder. And then I also have too many ones. This one's supposed to be only girl groups, and then I got about 8 million fucking photo cards of Zero Base One. But also photo cards, let's talk about it, because this picture of Gunuk has me screaming. Yo. When I got this, I think I almost like popped a hernia. That was absolutely insane. But yeah, that's K-pop albums in a nutshell. Hopefully I said something that made sense in this video so I can make this make sense later. My notes are back. Now that you know how pre-orders and like albums work, let's talk about fan calls and fan meetings. Fan calls are what it sounds like. And you either win a fan call. I'm pretty sure you can only win fan calls and fan meetings. I think you can win, or you have to pay a lot of money to get into them. I'm not exactly sure how they work that well. I did some research, but it was more like how to win a fan call. And I was like, okay, I don't want to win a fan call. I want to know what it is and what happens. And not a lot of sources give me a lot of information. So if anyone wants to tell me how the fuck fan calls work in the comments, that'd be cool. Because I want to win one. Anyway, so fan calls are basically you get to talk to your idol for about 1 to 2 minutes, like one-on-one. There can be group fan calls where you have to have the whole group, but most of them are about one-on-one. And then you also have fan meetings, which is going to be depending on what kind of meeting it is. There's meetings where it's just a line of the members, and then you go from seat to seat to seat to seat to seat and talk to all of them like down the row, and then you leave. Again, about 1 to 2 minutes. Or there's fan meetings where it's going to be more of like an enclosed space rather than like a open like post concert hall space, more like a closed space where it's going to be members like on a stage and like it's going to be seats like an audience, like a smaller room, and then you can give them gifts. I think they're actually the same thing. I think you can go from like in line and like give them gifts while you're in line, and then after that they open up the gifts and like they'll put things on. Like I've seen them like Felix from Stray Kids did martial arts as a kid. So that someone got him like a gi, which is like the martial arts uniform, and then he danced in that. I've seen them wear like cute little hats, hold stuffed animals while doing things, hold flowers, hold like hoodies, things like that while doing the things. And then usually after they get their gifts, they'll do like a little they'll dance to the song that is like produced, like their title track, which is the main song of the album. They will start dancing to the title track. Fan calls and fan meetings are a great way for idols to keep in touch and talk to their fans one-on-one in a healthy, safe environment. In the same aspect as these two, we have lives. Most idols will go live either on Instagram. There used to be a app called VLive before that got shut down, and then also Weverse. However, Weverse is exclusively for, I think, big hit idols, people on a big hit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's only people on a big hit that use Weverse. Because I know like TXT, BTS, I think New Jeans. I'm not that hip on who's in what company. I'm so sorry. But I know they're all on big hit, so they all use Weverse. But you'll go on live on use Instagram or like whatever app collectively that company uses to go live, and they will simply just go live and start talking. Usually like they're eating dinner, they're talking to themselves, reading comments, using the music, simple chill things to get engagement up and have talk to fans and like have little interactions like this and that and the other. However, not all of them go well. Chan from Stray Kids used to have a weekly Sunday live called Chan's Room, or Chani's Room, depending on who you ask. Basically, you would just sit there, go live every Sunday, talk to people, hang out. It was a thing that he did every week for about, I think, like 170 weeks. I'm not exactly sure. And then one day he had to stop doing them, and then everyone got outraged. They blamed JYP, they blamed the company. There actually are images that I'm going to put up on screen of somebody raised enough money to send trucks outside of the JYP building demanding Chan's Room come back. And then once the trucks were gone, they then paid for a not painting. They then paid for like a mural, like a picture mural to put up across the JYP building of Chan's Room to make it come back, because these fans had a parasocial relationship with Chan, and they were like, oh, like we're helping him, like we're helping Chan. People are very upset about Chan's Room being gone. It's been, I think, about like 3 or 4 months since it happened. And it was a very toxic time for everyone because they were so used to the idol fan interaction that when it went away, they assumed that like he got in trouble, this, that, and the other, when he could have just wanted not to do it anymore. He's his own person. So fans get very attached to idols and then create these parasocial relationships, which then makes them feel like they're helping or like they are indebted to their idol when they are not. Fans and fan bases, however, are a very prominent part about K-pop. K-pop idols would not be who they are today without their fan bases. For example, most people don't know who Day6 is, right? If I said Day6, you'd be like, oh, who's that? But if I say BTS, you're like, oh, I know about BTS because they're the fans. Because maybe you heard the fans are crazy, maybe you heard BTS from like talking to somebody else, maybe someone played BTS because they're a fan, like, oh, I like this one song, right? Fans boost music. That's for everyone. However, especially in the K-pop industry. Because if some groups have like different genres and like different kinds of music, so once a fan's like, oh my god, blah 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 blah, right? or some fan goes crazy, just being like bad to like a member of the group, then everyone's like, oh my god, that's insane. Look at it, and then they go, oh, this group is actually pretty cool. I'm listening to the music, all because of the one like bad fan or even a good fan doing something else. Stuff like that. I saw a fan call video actually of this girl who talked to all the Stray Kids, and she had a kangaroo with her. This is a very prominent example of like a good fan call, a good interaction, because I saw this going on my going through TikTok. I saw this and I came up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. What a positive and happy interaction that they're having right now, right? And then from there, someone saw that and like, oh my gosh, you bought a kangaroo, like, and then you go through it and look around, you're like, oh my gosh, it's for Stray Kids. That's what's Stray Kids, blah blah blah, and then you find out and you go through all that, and bam, now you're a stay. Also, speaking of stays, every group has their own fan name. Stray Kids are stays. Stray Kids fans are stays. 17 stands are carrots. TXT fans are MOAs, which stands for Moments of Alwaysness. AT stands are 18s, and Hypen, engines, things like this. As I said earlier, fans and fan experiences can also be very bad. There are multiple fan calls examples of mainly Vernon from 17 getting some very weird and uncomfortable fan call experiences.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Yes.
Your full name is Vernon Hansel Trey, right?
Hansel Vernon Trey.
Hansel Vernon Trey, right?
Hansel Vernon Trey.
Okay, you are under arrest for being too hot. You have the right to remain sexy, but everything you say can and will make me blush. So, put your hands in the air and come to kiss me. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, I have a concept of today, which is Wins Kardashian. Yeah. And
What?
today's concept is Kardashian. Yeah. And I have some very important things to say. Actually, I will become an adult like 10 days later. Yeah, I will soon become 18.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, can you please give me a birthday gift? Like, whatever.
I'd love to give you a birthday gift if you, like, stop talking that way.
It's like I prepared it for a long time. Yeah. And what do you think about this concept?
Yeah, I really dislike it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
then I will talk normally. I can't interest anymore right now.
Yeah, it's so.
Like, it's just wildly inappropriate.
No, I didn't have dinner yet. I'm very busy.
Okay, so you like to have dessert before dinner?
I like to sometimes I like to have dessert before dinner.
No, I mean, I'm the dessert.
Oh, I didn't know. You're the dessert.
I think women think in their minds that since they're men, they can't be objectified, and therefore they think they're allowed to say these things because they're an idol, they're a man, it's going to be okay, when really it's disgusting and it's really weird. these idols don't want you. They are strictly here to get their bag and follow their dreams. All I'm saying. There's also another video that came up about a month ago of this girl coming up to Jungkook when he was having dinner with his friends in public, asking for an autograph, and then harassing him during dinner. And then when she said no, she then waited for them to be done eating, and then went up to him, asked him if she could sing for him, and then stole his water cup he drank from that was on the table.
Do we have an autograph, please? Have an autograph? Is that China? Do you have an autograph? Oh, do you know Akatsunara? Akatsunara? Ara?
I'm really sorry, but we're having our own time.
Yo, so story time. I just saw Jungkook at Chat and Woo, and then like after, like we went back, like we were gonna drink something in the place that they were at, and then after when they left, like we went up to them, like, and then like I went up to Jungkook and I was like, oh, can I sing for you? And like I touched his arm, and like, and I was so freaking close to him, and oh my god, it's like oh my god. He honestly looks really different in real life. Like, he looks so much younger in real life, and like his face is thinner. But oh my god, I'm like kind of like dying. Yeah. So this is Jungkook's cup, and this is Chat and Woo's cup.
It's just really weird to do these things. People think that because, you know, idols and fans, they're so close, and the idols do so much for fans that have this parasocial relationship where it's an equal give and take, which it is kind of an equal give and take, but not in the way that they think that like their friends and their buddies, they come with them in public. Personally, if I saw an idol in public, I would be like, oh my god, is that Han Ji-sung? Why is he in Ohio? That's so silly goofy. And then I just text my best friend, I call my best friend and be like, I'm Han Ji's right in front of me. Take a picture of him from across the room, and then I walk away because I respect him. There's also instances during fan meetings where it gets really creepy, especially with young girl idols and grown men. Earlier this year, there was a fan meeting for New Jeans, and most of the people there were grown men. Here's a video.
Heard him say, we can go wherever you like. Baby, say the words and man down. All I need is you on my side. We can go wherever you like. I'll be you. What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA? What's your ETA?
It's also another video from a different group. I'm not exactly which group it is, but there is a video of this man who went to one of their fan meetings wearing recording glasses, which is you can't be like close to like recording them like this close, like, you know, it's a privacy issue, and it's honestly really creepy. As you can see, they got taken off eventually because that's really creepy to do, record girls from right in front of them. It's really weird. With all of these fan experiences, there's a lot of mental health issues in the K-pop industry. We are now going to be talking about mental health, which is going to get into some Jada talks about suicide. So I will give timestamps up here of when you should skip ahead if you don't want to hear about chocolates. If not, if you are going to stick around, that's cool. If not, then I will see you there. Bernie Cho talks about how there's been a lot of high-profile deaths recently in the K-pop industry because of the toxicity of their fans.
For all the fans that might be showering praise and love and joy about their favorite stars, on the flip side and on the other hand, you have these anti-fans who are just spraying, spewing all sorts of vitriolic hate about anything and everything that these particular stars stand for. And recently there's been a spate of very high-profile K-pop stars who have committed suicide.
Another idol talks about how she developed a mild panic disorder while being an idol.
그러니까 사실 약간의 공황과 함께 심각한 번아웃이 왔어요. 그래서 상담을 받으러 갔는데 의사 선생님도 나를 100% 이해하지 못하는구나. 우리의 공연을 보러 5만 명이 모이고 온 세상이 나를 욕하는 것만 같고 이런 기분을 한 번도 의사 선생님도 느껴본 적이 없다 보니까 직업병이죠. 보면 주변에 좀 많죠. 되게 많은 것 같아요. 그런 얘기를 내가 우울증이 있고 공황이 왔었어라는 얘기가 드문 일은 아닌 것 같아요. 대화를 해보면.
There's not a lot of help with mental health in the K-pop industry because it's very hard to understand people are going through. Being an idol with millions upon millions of fans is a lot of pressure on you. Not only that, but when you have antis or people who hate you, it's a lot harder. Obsessive fans in Korea have their own name called sasaengs, and these are people who, for example, follow around Jungkook. Another example is this girl broke into an NCT member's hotel room, took pictures of all of his stuff, and then left. This is a huge invasion of privacy, and she thought it was okay because she didn't take anything, he wasn't there. Oh, I just want to see his stuff. Like, it's really weird. Another idol, another sasaeng back in the day, stole and sold a pair of an idol's underwear. The hardest part about debuting in a group is when you don't become popular, because either the company will pay less attention to you and give you less support, or another example is they will make you go on reality shows to then try to re-debut under your same company or a different company. For example, Jiwoong is a K-pop idol right now in Zero Base One. He was in 2 groups before, and then he stopped being a K-pop idol to be a BL actor, which is he kissed boys. He kissed boys. He's a little gay boy. BL actor, which pretty sure stands for Boys Love. So basically, he was in a couple gay K-dramas, and then he went on a reality show called Boys Planet, which is the remake of Girls Planet. And then he went on that show with about 90 other people trying to debut in a group of 9. And he ended up debuting. Not to spoil Boys Planet. If you haven't seen it, it's been like over a year. Austin Tucker, please watch Boys Planet. That shit is fire. It's on Viki for free. You can pirate it off like any Korean website after at all. Boys Planet is ruthless. You want straight attitude and ruthlessness? Watch Boys Planet. I'm yet to see.
What's up, guys? I messed up some of my recording earlier, so here are things that I forgot to talk about and things that I just didn't say correctly and I just didn't fucking fix it.
K-pop idols have to push out a lot of content consistently. Groups have YouTube channels. On those YouTube channels, groups post behind the scenes, music videos, dance practices, as well as specific content for their channel. For example, 17 has a series called Going 17. In this series, they play games and do silly little acting challenges made up by the producers. 17 and their producers are very close. Therefore, it's a lot more fun to see them joke around with the producers and stuff like that, and I kind of get to see the real them for a little bit, rather than this projected version we see of them when they are singing and dancing on stage. Other groups have content similar to 17, however, every group is going to be different and have their own content, form, and style. Every Korean man must go into the military at some point. Going into the military does not mean you have to go to war, it just means you have to be in military service. You can do other things that aren't just like going straight into war. I'm pretty sure you have to go before 30. I know that K-pop idols get some more time and have to go at 30 rather than most civilians who have to go before 30. I might be wrong on that, I'm not gonna lie.
In South Korea, every eligible male has to enlist in the military for, I believe now it's 18 months. It used to be a little bit longer. The consensus of everyone that has to enlist in the military is that they hate it. It's awful. I mean, you're giving away a huge chunk of your time and your life. But misery loves company, so everyone has to do it. Two members of BTS's Jimin and Jungkook, just announced that they'll be enlisting through the companionship system. I actually didn't know too much about the system, so I thought it was really interesting. But basically, you enlist with your friend. The government created the system because there was such a high suicide rate, so they thought this would help with mental health of soldiers going into enlistment. This does, however, also come with a price, where if you go through the companionship system, you'll most likely be placed in an area that is less desired than others. So for example, the DMZ border, which is the border between North and South, or somewhere like really, really far away from like a capital city. Now BTS are getting an exception from this because they're going to be placed in Gyeonggi-do, which is only about an hour away from Seoul. But most people, if they go through the system, they have to be placed somewhere not so wanted.
Though there are a lot of ups and downs in K-pop, it's not all that bad. I'm gonna add in some clips of music that I personally like and that I want to share.
손님들께 인사 한번 제대로. 형부터.
네, 안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈의 리노입니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈 창빈입니다.
안녕하세요. 스트레이키즈 필릭스입니다. 반갑습니다.
동네 스타 K 출연하신 이유가 궁금해요.
트와이스 누나들 거 보고 이게 왜 재밌는지 이제 알겠다.
이제 알겠다.
뭔가 오랜만에 이렇게
맞아.
이런 마음 나오니까 내가 못할까 봐 이런 마음이.
Macaroni cheese, macaroni cheese, I got macaroni cheese. Under cream, pop it like a cheese. Under cream, pop it like a cheese. Put it in a freezer, ooh, ice. Breakfast to dinner, so nice. 365 하루 종일 in your mouth. 마카로니 마카로니 아니라 보이 마. I wish I say 얼른 come and taste it. I just want it. But I'll make my body 자꾸 떨어지 마 좀 미칠 것 같지 양은 피노 카버리스 레이싱
난 운명조차 change 내 향해 온 말 왜 난 그저 모르는 채 결국 today after day 결말은 반복돼 또 난 달려갈게 난 믿어 내 face 모든 게 변해갈 때 내가 장 눈부신 지금 너에게 줄게
now you know the basics of idol life. It's not as easy as I was going to be. I was putting a lot of work and effort to be who they are. The idol world is very, very hard work, as you can tell, and it is not as appreciated as it should be. Maybe when I got into K-pop and I was like, oh, it's like just like it's girls singing and BTS and butter, and it's not. It's a whole different world, a whole different realm, this whole different culture and society around K-pop, and it's quite interesting. They learn and they learn and they try to succeed, and sometimes they don't, and they have to re-debut. They have to do this, out, and the other. It's a very ruthless, hard-working society that they have, and I fully support it, as you can tell from my K-pop walls. But yeah, this is a bad outro. Probably record a new one later. Hope you learned something today. I'm gonna finish this recording so I can go start editing soon. Bye.